This morning I woke up and saw that I got pinged in Discord multiple times at 2 in the morning. Usually when somebody reaches out to you at 2 a.m., it's not a good thing, but this time it was a good thing. Adam in my Discord, when he certainly should have been sleeping, was cooking. And he came up with a absolutely insane deck that multiple of us have tried, and in less than a day of this deck existing, we're putting up results, putting up some wins, and I think we seriously have something here. This is Mono Black, Jet Medallion, Stormless Storm. No storm cards in the deck, but we are going to win the game by casting 20 spells in a turn. Yes, we do have Weather the Storm. It's a storm card, but it's not our win condition. Now, how does this deck do its thing? How are we going to cast 20 spells in one turn with only one source of fast mana and no way to recur this Dark Ritual? Hear me out. This is where the Jet Medallion comes in. Jet Medallion discounts all of our black spells by one, which you can notice our 2-drop column, we have quite a few of them. One of these very important spells is Chthonian Nightmare. Chthonian Nightmare is an incredibly strong, fair card that I've been using in all sorts of Luris decks. I keep pointing out the power of this absolute engine. However, when you discount it down to 1 mana, you can break it in a combo sense. Enter Greedy Freebooter. When this dies, create a treasure token. So if we sacrifice Greedy Freebooter to the Chthonian Nightmare, we get a treasure. Since Nightmare only costs 1 mana, we can use that treasure to replay the Nightmare. We actually have 2 copies of this effect. So the idea is, if we can have one of these in the graveyard and one of these on the battlefield and play Chthonian Nightmare with Jet Medallion out, we can loop this for infinite storm and infinite dice triggers. How do we win? Marionette Apprentice, another fantastic card which I've played in the same deck as Chthonian Nightmare multiple times. This says whenever a creature I control dies or an artifact is put into the graveyard, opponent loses 1 life. Note that this is life loss and not damage. It gets through protection effects and our Leyline of Sanctity. So I just pointed out a literal 5-card combo, and usually if someone was to message me on Discord at 2 in the morning with a 5-card combo, I would probably block them and say never cook again. However, this deck has so much redundancy in it, and there isn't a single card that's out of place. So we have the combo over here. But other than that, we have Dark Ritual Necropotence, which is the strongest draw engine and mana acceleration that you can have in Timeless. We have 5 tutors, Diabolic Intent and Demonic Tutor. We have 4 Ogre's Bowmasters, which is another card that just slots in amazingly with the Chthonian Nightmare Marionette Apprentice plan. It's something that makes a token for our Diabolic Intent to go ahead and sacrifice. We have Deadly Dispute as another way to go through our deck and make some treasure tokens. All of these cards just fit together, and none of these cards are an odd man out. The only other things I didn't mention, which is Blood Artist, which is another copy of Marionette. Sometimes you want to gain life. And Weather the Storm, which you can use to gain life and refill and redraw with Necropotence if you do end up running out of gas. You notice only 4 green sources. We end up with a lot more green sources than that, because keep in mind, treasure, treasure, treasure. We actually have a lot of way to splash colors just off of pure treasure power here. So we won't have any difficulty at all casting our Weather the Storm. We also have Phyrexian Tower for fast mana. Phyrexian Tower, when combined with Greedy Freebooter or Shambling Ghast, is a way to have access to as much as 4 mana on turn 2, which is absolutely absurd. You turn 1, play the Freebooter plus a basic swamp. Turn 2, you play Phyrexian Tower, you sack Freebooter to the tower. It's going to give you 2 mana right there. 1 mana off of your basic swamp from turn 1, and then a 4th mana from the treasure that this guy makes when he dies. Incredibly strong, and this deck is just consistent and redundant all the way through. And I even ran it through some BO3s. I said to myself, this deck has to die. No, we can actually fight against the hate really well. We can have 4 Haywire Mites in our sideboard, and even if we only bring in 1 Haywire Mite, we can just tutor for it whenever we need it. We can have extra Weather the Storm to help us against creature decks. We can have Meathook Massacre as a way to gain life, clear the board, and an alternate win con alongside Marionette Apprentice. We have Defense Grid for Control Andy. I beat Control earlier today. My Control opponent, they went ahead and countered my Defense Grid with Mana Drain and then played a 1-rank thinking they were safe, and then Marionette Apprentice, because it's a life loss and not damage, killed them through their 1-ring protection. That was crazy. We have Leyline of the Sanctity to protect from scam effects. And speaking of Marionette Apprentice chip damage, I also won another game. Someone was playing Shift and Tell. I won off of chip damage from Marionette Apprentice. We never comboed. I just played a Marionette, a Bowmaster, some of these stupid dorks, and I kept turning them sideways, and then I slowly sacrificed things to my Phyrexian Tower to ping my opponent for 1, 1, 1, 1, and they were playing One Rings as well in their deck. So between that chip damage and the One Ring damage, my opponent just fell over and died. This is kind of crazy that we have all of these really awesome value cards that I've been recurring with Chthonian Nightmare and Fair Creature decks in a combo deck. And they're all part of the combo or just incredibly strong hate pieces. Oftentimes, the most often card that I've been sideboarding out, keep in mind it's day one of the deck, so we're still all learning to play it, is Bowmaster generally comes out for one of these hate pieces. But it's still very strong against some decks. It'll stay in pretty often. It's great in game one. This deck is nuts. This is my favorite deck that somebody has just randomly come up with. And when I say Timeless is an unsolved format, like I mean it. There are just not enough people playing this format for us to like truly know what the meta is. There could always be a hidden good deck out there. Now, temper expectations, day one of the deck existing, it is hateable. You can definitely hate this out with Graveyard Hate. Of course, we have ways to fight back in the sideboard, like I just said, and we have like these really nice creatures that we can just attack and block with. So we'll have to see exactly where the deck settles, but for like something that wasn't even an idea 24 hours ago, this looks fantastic and might be the best Necropotence build already. People are also toying with different directions to take the deck. Someone in Discord right now is playing with Rakdos, and they're playing Underworld Breach as their splash instead of Weather the Storm. And they're playing Stitcher Supplier, which I think is super interesting because there used to be a Stitcher Supplier, Diabolic Intent, Dark Ritual combo deck in the format. So now we're doing that again, but with Necro and Jet Medallion nonsense to try and kill that way. Okay, this is crazy. Day one with Necro Storm, I played a couple of games before to familiarize myself with this deck, and like I've been impressed. Like it's had some awkward moments and it's misfired, sure, but like it seems like you can put together a turn 3 win remarkably consistently with this deck. Enough yapping. Let's show it off. All right, game one. We're going to be on the play against Fluffy with a Jegantha companion. What we got here? We got Dark Ritual Necro. We keep it. Let's go. All right, and we got a lot of our combo pieces too. Look at that. That's pretty crazy. I don't think we can win next turn unless like we hit an obscene amount of Dark Rituals off of Necro, but we're going to be aiming to win on turn 3. So let's go ahead and draw probably 5 cards here since our hand's already pretty good. We don't care too much about our life total because we are planning on winning very, very soon. Whenever I get an early Necro like this, I usually draw even more aggressively. It's just that I already have like a bunch of good cards in my hand. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, there's a Dark Ritual. Okay, we can get rid of the extra Necros. We don't need those silly things. So next turn we can Ritual, Jet Medallion, Swamp. Then we have 2 more mana to work with, so then we play Marionette Apprentice Nightmare. We don't have the little ones to loop. We just need to draw them. We also need something to die. We need a sack outlet. Okay. It's a kitty cat. It's gonna be good old energy. So we're gonna go ahead and Ritual. Jet Medallion. I think maybe instead of Nightmare, we just play 2 Marionettes. Just impact the board state a little bit more. One of them might just get hit by a removal spell. So I would love to have an extra one to block the cat. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets us up to 7 cards in hand, but really I think we want to go 2 more. I want to try to win next turn. Maybe I could have went even deeper if we're really trying to win next turn. Alright, let's see it. We need to keep this Nightmare to win. There's a Blooming Marsh, so we can always weather if we don't quite get the win together. Oh, hey, where's my tutors and where's my cheap ones? That's funny. I guess we're going to go ahead and Weather the Storm next turn. That's really strange. We got 7 copies of the card. I was expecting to hit at least 1. That's okay. Because we can go... maybe not that many spells. We can just weather for a pretty small amount. I'll go ahead and block here. We might have a Bowmasters or something to ping that. Okay, they'll hit it. That's fine. Yeah, they get their cat. We can go ahead and Bowmaster that down, and then Weather the Storm just to gain a tiny bit of life. And then we'll draw some. We can also just play a bunch of things. Oh, we lost our Marionette, so we can actually get looping with Chthonian Nightmare. Is that better? Might be. Yeah, I'm gonna play Blood Artist. We're gonna go to combat, and I think I might just loop a little bit. Let's get looping. And then we'll draw a tiny bit with Necro, not too much. I don't want to go into Lightning Bolt range, though this deck really doesn't play Lightning Bolt anymore. Play the Nightmare. Also, we Blood Artist for incidental life gain, which is awesome. Yep, my opponent's going to shock in, probably shoot the Blood Artist. Makes sense. Yep, they lose a life. Wow, it looks like we're going to get a non-storm win here, where we just win with the very fair drain you for a bajillion plan. We can get Blood Artist back. And we already have a creature in our graveyard, so we can keep Bowmasters here on the surface. And then draw a little bit. Let's keep ourselves out of double bolt range, just because I think we're so far ahead. I don't think we actually need to try to win. Yeah, there's a Shambling Gas, so if we get one more of him, we can win. At minimum, we can get a bit of Storm next turn, which would be nice. I wonder if we can get enough pings to win next turn. There's an Amulet, sure. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. Okay, yep, they give up. Because we're going to ping their Raptor, get a drain there. We're going to bring Marionette Apprentice back, looping the Bowmaster. And if we just loop Bowmaster, shoot things, we can drain them for 9 really easily, especially considering we get an attack step as well. Okay, so against Energy Gaming, we probably want these Meat Hook Massacres. And we might want that second Weather. We're going to want Haywire Might as well, because they're going to have some sideboard cards. There's just the question of what comes out. They are just Boros energy, right? We didn't see any Mardu Gaming cards. So Bowmasters is really good as like creature removal against them, but it's otherwise mid. So I might want to take this out. We might want to take out Deadly Disputes. We could take out like maybe one copy of these combo cards. I don't think we need any of this stuff here. So let's just go ahead and trim one of each of these. And then we can run it back like this. Okay, double Dark Ritual opener. I mean, you like can't say no. What is this hand? This is nonsense here. Yeah, we're just gonna do Dark Ritual Necro here and keep the other Dark Ritual for when we untap with a shit ton of cards in our hand. Seems like a good idea. But our opponent flood the board. We might want to like untap after Necro and just drop a big Meat Hook. We'll see how things go. We're definitely gonna Necro. Oh, never mind. Okay, we got the one Haywire Might in our deck that we can search out with this Demonic Tutor, so that's totally okay. I do need a way to make green mana, but there's plenty, so we'll figure that out. Okay, they do. Oh, hey, green mana. Lovely. So the question is, do we want to go slow or do we want to go fast here? If we go fast, like we Dark Ritual, Demonic Tutor, get the Haywire Might now. We can't blow up the needle. I think next turn when we have 6 mana available to us off of this, we'll have 5 black mana. We use 2 of it to Demonic Tutor for the Haywire Might. No, then I'm 1 short. So I need 2 to tutor the Might, 3 to play this, 2 to actually play the Might and activate it.
Nothing is more important than family.
We're just gonna hit our land drops, and then here we're just gonna DT for the Might. Maybe I should have sideboarded in more than 1, because if they had multiple Pithing Needles, we'd be so screwed. I also might just, like, Meat Hook Massacre coming up. Depends on how much they flood the board here. Okay, Unstable Amulet, it's not exactly a flooding. So I think I would want a Necro first. Yeah, I think we're gonna Necro immediately this turn. There's Ocelot Pride, okay. Now do we want to meat hook now that they gave us that Ocelot Pride? Juicy target. I think we're just gonna want to Necro first. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put the Haywire Mite, we're gonna blow up that Pithing Needle. And then we Dark Ritual Necro, the classic. And then we draw a few cards. We don't need to draw a shit ton. Might just draw 4 here. Might just overdraw by 1. Just because next turn I know I'm going to spend all my mana on a meat hook, right? So we could just make our drawing decisions next turn. I don't think it's very likely I win. Like, I could have theoretically drawn down to like 5 HP, just enough to survive the swing and tried to win next turn, but I don't think that's too wise. You got opponent. I hope they flood the board and they just play a shit ton of creatures. I also hope they don't flip a Johnny. I do need a little bit of life to work with to win. Okay, Fable, sure. That is good by me. Okay, nice, and a tap land. So we don't even need to invest a Dark Ritual here into the big meat hook. I think that's pretty solid. Oh yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of life here, boys. 1, 2. Oh, the life gain. Alright, that felt like cheating. Actually, I have so much life, I'm gonna, like, more or less go for the combo. Yeah, let's go down to 10, 9. I want to find the combo here. Because I should have enough mana to set it up and do it, especially with this Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual, Phyrexian Tower, Freebooter, that's the beginning of it, plus Nightmare. Actually, we just need one more Freebooter effect, and... Oh, this does not drain, actually. Okay, nice. We got that. Okay, we got the win. Fantastic. Okay, discard 7 cards. You got it. So we don't need more mana. We only want that Phyrexian Tower. We don't need another Necro. We don't need all of those effects. We don't need that. We don't need to Weather the Storm. Really don't need that either. Yep, that's 7. So we're going to keep Freebooter, Marionette Apprentice, Jet Medallion, Nightmare, Ritual, Freebooter, Dark. Yeah, fantastic. Perfect 7. Yep, and then we get to do the infinite win here. This is awesome. And with this Dark Ritual, we should have enough mana to do it. And also, we have the Phyrexian Tower as a sack outlet to put the first greedy Freebooter in our graveyard. Just to make it even better. Hey, Energy, trying to put the pressure on, but it's not going to be enough. Even if they hit like a bolt here, sure, they can ping me for a bit. That's not enough. Ooh, they can hit my Necro? Who cares? We won. Even if we hadn't won here, we could have just like drawn more cards in response to this. I'm not going to do it because we have a winning hand. Meat hook? Okay. Interesting. I wasn't expecting meat hook. No, meat hook is a alternate win con for us, sure. Leaving a Necro player with Necro, that's scary. That's a little sus. Okay. Dark Ritual. Jet Medallion. This guy. Surgical Extraction? Oh, the flute! You're a little late, buddy! Ooh, he almost wasn't a little late. Okay. 1 mana Marionette. Fabricate. Put you in the graveyard. Make a treasure. It doesn't matter what we scry at the top. Freebooter. This. And now we have infinite mana, infinite pings. Alright, and if our opponent doesn't scoop, I'll speed it up. Oh, awesome. Wow, that was a great first game. That, like, I couldn't ask for a better first game, because, like, we got to showcase both the combo win and just like the fair win by pings, and we played like against a legit meta deck rather than just some jank that people play on the first day of the season. All right, game two. We are against a Zechariarch. We're going to be on the draw this time. We're up against Luris, and we got Dark Ritual, but doesn't go anywhere. We got Bowmasters and the DIs. I think we're going to go ahead and keep this one. This one's a bit weak, but I do like the fact that our Bowmaster is going to interact with the opponent's Luris deck. Ooh. More Bowmaster interaction, and then we DI little Bowmaster tokens away to get like Necro out of our deck. But if this is blue-black, it might be really tough here. I'm sure that's what it is. Ooh. Never mind. Sometimes you just gotta be a lucky little shit and draw your cards. Okay, how much do we want to draw? I don't think I want to overdraw by that much, actually. I think I want to just, like, cast a Bowmaster next turn. I think we're only going to do this. I don't think they could really answer this Necro. I'm assuming this is like the same list I got from Chester, like the one I played on the channel. I had like 2 Sink to the Stupor. That is a 3 mana play. And plus it just bounces it to my hand. Bounces it to my hand just for it to die to a mana drain, right? But next turn I think I might just play a Bowmasters. And just draw a few more. Alright, end step Brainstorm Gaming. Alright. Botsy's me, you got it? I got multiple copies of stuff, so they probably take one of these DIs. They take my Nightmare. Fair. Oh, there it goes. Extra text on Necro coming in handy. Okay. Right, sure, they're gonna put the pressure on with that Goyf, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, my turn. Let's just go ahead and play this at sorcery speed. Actually, no, we could play this at end step. In response to us drawing a bunch. If I draw some Dark Rituals, I might like Dark Ritual to Bowmaster instead. I'm gonna draw about this much. Alright, then go to our end step. And then see what we drew. And see if we could figure it out from there. Jet Medallion gets me excited. Or Bowmasters, sure. Aghast. Okay, not amazing. But we could put some creatures on the board. We play a Jet Medallion eventually. We mostly discard lands here. In fact, we just only discard lands here. So next turn we can cast Jet plus Shambling Ghast. Turn after that we'll do like some DI nonsense. We might even win turn after off of this Jet Medallion. Assuming it doesn't get countered. We are up against blue-black gaming, so it's very likely to get countered. I mean, if opponent just holds up counter magic, I might just play Shambling Ghast and then like pass for Bowmaster. Ooh, okay. Or maybe they cannot have counter magic and just have some fatal pushes instead. I'd be very happy if that was the case. Wobble, you got it. Oh, I absolutely want to respond to this. Do I? Yeah, I'll respond to it. I don't think I actually need to put the stop there. I get to respond to this no matter what. Alright, shoot you. Get another ping here. And then we'll play a Shambling Ghast. Oh, I skipped my first main because we didn't draw a card. Fair. Okay, let's go ahead and draw a bunch of cards. I think, honestly, we can maybe draw to 1 here. Can we draw to 1 here? We could try to win next turn. Block with this Ghast. We'll have a bunch of stuff in play. Draw very low, but not to literally 1. 4 seems about right. It's 6 cards we're going to put into our hand for 10. Yeah, this seems about right. go up to 10 cards in hand and then discard a few. Another gas, that's good for the combo. Necro, we don't need that. Swamp, we don't need that one either. DT, we do want that. Well, we love to see that Nightmare too. My opponent did see this one. Okay. Okay. This is pretty good. We're gonna discard 3 cards. Discard you, and then probably the Bowmaster. I don't think we need another one. I would have loved to have a Dark Ritual, to be honest. So next turn we can play Jet Medallion, but I don't think we could just win. I don't think we're going to have enough mana, at least. Okay, let's go ahead and make a treasure. Also, if Jet gets countered, then it's going to be a little tough to win, but we can probably win by paper cuts here. Alright, opponent is going to be cruising for a bruising. Alright. I do get 3 pings here. I think the pings go to them instead of the Goyf. This is bait, killing the Goyf. Ping you, ping you, ping you. Go to 7, and I have 6 power on board? I mean, hey. That's pretty good. My turn. Next. Turn the boys sideways. Alright, you have your own Bowmasters, that's fine. Okay, so they're tapped out. Can we win with the Jet right now? So we play Jet Medallion. We play this. We DI here. We have Chthonian Nightmare to get back this stuff. So we have the loop right now. So we have infinite mana. All that we need to do is DI here and get whatchamacallums. Marionette. But then we're 1 mana short, right? Actually, no, we're not. Yes, we are. Hold on. We have another way to do this. Chthonian Nightmare. Yeah, I think we're a mana short, right, guys? We're a mana short of doing it right now. I'm trying to think of a way to generate 1 more treasure. I don't think we can. I could loop a bunch right now, but I need to get one of these guys into play. Yeah, so what I'm going to do... I think we're just going to get our Bowmasters back. Not going to win this turn, it's fine. Oh, they scoop. Okay, yeah, fine. I'll take it. I think, I'm not sure if I made a mistake, but I think I was 1 mana short of being able to get all my pieces into play. If I had 1 more treasure there, then we could have just played Marionette and then got the infinite loop going. So up against this deck, we're going to want at least 1 Haywire Might because they run cards like Stone of Wretch to screw us up, and then we're going to want some defense grids. Cards that come out, I think the Deadly Disputes definitely come out against the Bowmaster deck. And then we could think about maybe taking out a Weather the Storm. We could think about maybe taking out one of our own Bowmasters, but they're a Brainstorm deck. We want to keep that card in. We might take out a Ghast. And this looks pretty decent. We can even think about a Meat Hook. Though, nah, Meat Hook is much more for Boros style decks. Yeah, let's go ahead and run it back. Do you want 2 Haywires? Nah. They don't play that many graveyard hate pieces. Okay, we don't have 3 mana, but we just get to curve like our combo creature into defense grid and then hopefully an Necro. So let's go ahead and keep this off the strength of defense grid. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and play the greedy boy. If they hold up mana drain mana, obviously, I think I'm just going to play like both of these out instead of trying to jam the defense grid. Right, yeah, I think that's mana drain. I mean, yeah, let's just throw some creatures on the board. Alright, And then if they go ahead and Bowmaster me here, then they're just inadvertently giving me more mana. I'm totally fine with that. Right, ooh, tower, that's a good one. Yeah, here we're just going to like play defense grid. Like, oh no, I hope you don't counter my defense grid. I really hope you don't spend 2 mana on a mana drain to counter my defense grid. That would be really terrible if I don't get this card. Oh no. No, don't mana drain this. It's important. Alright, now we just go ahead and tower. Let's go to combat first, because it's 3 for your damage. We get to tower one of these and just jam a Necro. They could have a spell pierce. If they do, well, sucks to suck. Let's see whether or not it sucks to suck. Treasure? Necro? Nice! Oh man, that's good. Oh, you love it when you see it. Alright, game 3. Arena loves to just bait me sometimes with like throwing double dark ritual at me and not giving me a land. Ugh. Alright, this is probably an okay keep. Is it? Is this an okay keep, guys, or do we go to 5 looking for like a necro? Yeah, this is fine. This is better than going to 5. This is not the most explosive thing I've ever played, but this is fine. I think we're gonna like play Bowmasters on 2, and then Dark Ritual, my 2 pingers into play. Alright, looks like we might be up against Control Andy, so this might get difficult. Deadly Dispute's a sweet draw. And it's just Bing chillin'. You're just straight up chilling out here. Okay. Might be Bant Control, might be something else with a really slow draw. Let's find out. Brainstorm Gaming. Alright. Bowmaster resolved, so we're gonna untap and flood the board a bit. Oh, DI. DI. Yeah, since we have access to a DI now, I think we go for just DI for Necro, right? Yeah, I think so. Go ahead and attack. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Get rid of this little token. Thank you. And we just draw a shit ton of cards. If they have a spell pierce here, I'm gonna uninstall the game. Okay, I don't know what they're playing. They didn't want to play with me though. Alright, what are you up to? Not a clue, man. Not a freaking clue. We probably don't need the life gain. This is probably going to be a really slow and dirty deck, whether it's control or Omnath. We can go faster than it. We're probably... I mean, like, do I need these defense grids? It's like a question I don't have answered. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, like, 1 into the deck, and then we'll tutor for it if we think we need it. Sure. Doesn't seem like the greatest idea I've ever had. I have no clue what they're playing. Yeah, I don't know. How do I sideboard? Probably like this. Okay, we're gonna be on the draw. That was the least enthusiastic okay I've ever had. But, I mean, we got Dark Ritual Necro, so you don't say no to this, right? Dark Ritual Necro! Did we do it? I love Timeless. Alright, we could fit more games in the video. Let's go to next game. Alright, game 4. We're going to be up against Ree. They're bringing a Luris deck, and we're going to be going first. This is a very slow hand. I think this is fine to keep, though. Yeah, DT really just opens up avenues for us. I think this is totally fine and acceptable to keep, especially against the Luris deck. With a Luris deck, we might just be able to block with this guy, put him in our graveyard, and then we can get like some Nightmare value loops pretty early, which would be cool. Alright, looks like it's energy again. Oh, oh, they're probably playing like Retrofitter Foundry? Cool deck. Do we want to just grab Necro here? We might wanna. Could just grab it right now. Yeah, let's just go ahead and grab it right now. We don't have the mana for it yet, technically, but we'll get there. This is cool. I'm very interested in what they're doing. Another henge. Oh, it's hammer time! I have not seen this in Timeless yet, actually. Nice. I know you could do hammer time on Arena, but I hadn't seen it yet. Not in this format, at least. Okay, let's draw a shit ton of cards. Enough yapping. Let's draw a 6 here. If we don't draw into the combo, I'm happy just to play like Marionette and Freebooter and just flood the board with stupid cheap creatures. Or get some little Nightmare value loops going. We're going to be blocking with this guy on Kembas, I'm sure. Okay, get rid of the Blooming Marsh. We don't need redundant Nightmare. We don't need redundant Necro. Now we have a really strong hand. The only thing that would make it better is a Ritual. So I don't think we can win next turn because no Ritual, right? If Sigarda Zeta could maybe screw us up. Uh-oh. Double Hammer kills us. Double Hammer on Ornithopter after they attack. It would have killed us no matter how many cards we drew, right? Should I be blocking Kembas here? Yeah, I probably should. Yep, that's a hammer. That attaches. You got 2? And a spear? Oof. Hey, that'll go on Kemba. Damn, so we don't 2. So we do have to win here. Alright, let's scry. Don't need that. Not that it matters, because we're not drawing a card. Alright, my turn. Can we win with this? We play Jet Medallion. We play Marionette. We sacrifice this to the tower. Yeah, we do it. And then we play the other freebooter, and then we play Nightmare, and then we win. Wow. Nice try, opponent. But my combo deck beats yours. That was close, though. Alright, and this will speed up if they don't realize it's infinite. Okay, that didn't take too long. Okay, hammer time. Honestly, never seen it before. I think we just max out on Haywire Mites just because I want to draw 4 copies of this. I just want to blow up their random enchantments. Seems good. Probably Bowmasters does. Bowmasters can ping their little stupids, right? They play a bunch of like little stupid 2/1s. It's probably the worst card. What else is worth cutting? Weather is actually Weather's not gonna be good. It's either they kill us in one shot or they don't. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna need Weather or Blood Artist. It's probably good to have access to 1 though. Are any of these cards better than a Bowmasters? Would Meathook be better? Probably not. This is like one matchup that I actually do kind of wish I had a Fatal Push for. Usually you just ignore creatures, but they have those crazy hands where they just throw a hammer on something in Goldfish you. That, of course, dies to Fatal Push. Alright, yeah. Yeah, this is a nice fair hand, actually. We could just get, like, value loops going pretty quick. Just play Freebooter turn 1, throw it under the tower, play Apprentice. Bring it back with Nightmare eventually. Can't do those all at once. Alright. Oh yeah, they get a 4/4 to start with. Nice, nice. Very nice. Foundry. I'll go ahead and take 4 this turn. We'll start blocking it next turn. Once we get Marionette and play. Oh wow, another 4/4. Yikes. Okay, Dark Ritual could help. Definitely could help. That's another 4/4. Oops, I don't want to attack. No, thank you. I want to block. And block here. We'll go to 12. We'll take some pings. Not need another mana source. Probably don't want to attack into this. Shambling cast. Okay, so we can just loop these guys a bunch. Yeah, I think that's good with me. I think I'll be happy to attack with this servo. I can go ahead and make a thing to block it. I really don't care. Bring you back. Now we have 2 blockers. I'm going to save these treasures for next turn in case it's relevant. We're just going to double block here, and then we can even sacrifice Marionette to bring them back. It gets sketchy, though. They're going to be crashing in for a lot of damage. But if we draw like a tutor, something... Or if we just draw the jet. You know, if we just draw our little jet medallion. That is a win. Let's make 2 treasures. Let's draw some cards. I'm going to make the treasure. I could technically try to kill this, but my opponent's just going to respond like a normal person would. Deadly Dispute to draw 2, that's good. Definitely good enough. My turn. Draw 2 off of one of these treasures. Ooh, that's good. And another Deadly Dispute. Okay, interesting. I think we're just gonna pass here. Yeah, we're just gonna pass. Sacrifice Haywire might blow up one of the constructs. Next turn we'll do some low value loops. Four. Thankfully we can block one, kill one. Also, we might put our opponent to 0 just with fair pings again. That would be so funny if it happened. What are you gonna do? Animate that? Don't do that. Not like they have too much other things to do with their mana. I guess they could put Luris in a hand. Probably what I would do. Right, my opponent will be going to combat. It's pretty straightforward what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to block. I'm going to exile. Oh, right. It says non-creature on this thing. I totally forgot about that. All right, I'll blow you up. I totally forgot you specified non-creature. But still, we get 2 apprentice pings. Yeah, you get to activate your thing. It's fine. All right, we have to get like 9 damage in next turn somehow. Definitely possible. Okay. I'm gonna do some nonsense with Chthonian Nightmare. Let's start with the Dark Ritual. Chthonian Nightmare, sacrifice a little bit of my mana. Opponent loses 1, I draw 2. I'd love to draw another creature. Thank you. Go ahead and play this. You're at 8. Can I get you to die, your opponent? If I were to bring back the Might a couple of times. I'm trying to think. How much mana do I have? How many times can I do this? Let's make more mana. I don't think I can get them to 0, right? Because this is 1, 2 damage, 3, 4 with the treasure that you make, and then I get to do it 2 more times, so 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I think it's enough. Right? Just barely enough? Find out. Then I do this. They lose 2. 2 more pings. This dies. This dies, it'll bring them to 4. It'll make them it'll make a treasure. Treasure brings them to 3, 2. Yeah, we have enough. Just barely enough. But we got enough. Nice. Wow. Holy crap, this deck is crazy. I'm having so much fun. We're gonna play one more, even though I think the video is getting a little long. All right, on the play against Luris yet again. This deck seems to be honestly great against Luris creature decks that try to flood the board. All right, what is this hand? Is this good enough? This has the Jet Medallion. Yeah, we can Jet Medallion and then like DT for something on the following turn. It's not like the fastest hand that was ever created, but it's a hand. There's a lot of draws that make it better too. Okay. Swamp, your turn. All right, Tammy, it is indeed blue-black Luris. I think this matchup's tough. So let's see. I'm not sure if my memory is perfect, but I think we're 4 for 4 on the video. So let's see if we can make it 5 for 5 against blue-black. This is like the #1 deck that I think is going to give us trouble. They put the pressure on, and they can back it up with counter spells. That's not going to be good for us. So here, let's go ahead and start with a DT. See whether or not it eats a counter spell. If it does, that's fine. We have all these DIs. All right, I want Necro. Great. I could also go for a combo piece, but I think I really just want Necro. Of course, we're not resolving it this turn. We're going to resolve it next turn. We're going to do a Blood Artist and then a Shambling Ghast. And then next turn, we might jam Necro. We might DI for something. We don't, like, technically need... You know what? Maybe I shouldn't have gotten Necro. Maybe I should have gotten Nightmare, and then I DI for the other Shambling Ghast card. And then we just win. Where's the dies to Fatal Push, then? Okay, Bowmaster. No, Blood Artist. Also dies to Bowmaster, of course. Alright, I'll take my 1 life, thank you. Alright, we can kill the Bowmaster with our Shambling Ghast if we choose to block. But what I really want to do is play a Necro. That's really what I want to have happen. I want to DI. I'm going to take the damage. Okay, goodbye, Necro. However, we can just DI for another Necro, so we're actually totally fine. Take a DI instead, yeah, because they realized I could just do that. I think I'm going to hold this DI then. And we're just going to jam Necro. They could, of course, have a Spell Pierce here, and if they do, I'm going to slam the desk. I will play this tower. I'm not going to use it, though. I can pay for Spell Pierce, actually, which is really funny. Let's go ahead and draw a crap ton of cards. I think we draw 9. Up to 10 cards in hand, keep the best 7. They could, of course, have counter spells, but if they don't, we could probably win next turn. Or at least get very close. Right, end step. Oh, I can attack Samuel? Oh, never mind. We're chilling. Maybe tiny chance I can cast something here. Because I do have some mana. And like if I had a Bowmaster or something, I could definitely cast it. Yeah, sewers. Okay, ritual. Or casts, that's fine. Okay, so we just have to like... it's actually a lot of misses. Not the end of the world. Because we can DI for at least like a Nightmare to get started. Actually, we can Nightmare back Blood Artist. I think we're good to win, right? Because we just have to like DI for Nightmare. DI for Nightmare, play multiple creatures, get back the Blood Artist, and then Infinite Loop. Dies to Bowmaster, of course. But such is life in these streets. They're going to brainstorm here looking for an answer because they desperately need one. Oh, okay. Yeah, they get to IOK. Probably take my DI. They might take Ritual. Without DI, then we're just going to have to wait a little bit to win. Oh, goodbye, DI. If they attack me here, I'm going to block it. Yeah, I'm going to be happy to block this. And then I'm not even going to make the treasure just because we don't really need the mana. Just going to kill Bowmaster. And then we're going to flood the board. Big Goif, you got it. My turn. Right. Flood that board. Alright, we don't want to be dead to a Bowmaster ping, but I think we do have to try to win the following turn. So let's go to 2. And if we don't win, then, well, blue-black got us. Very net, that's very good. Bowmaster, it's very good. Hold on. Nope, I have to discard here. That's fine. We can discard Necros that we don't need. Weather the Storm's interesting. Yeah, that's actually very interesting. We can gain a lot of life, potentially. Okay. I will be making a treasure. I will once again be making a treasure. Alright, have a Bowmasters, please. And you. We're gonna get to Weather the Storm next turn. We could even do it now, almost. Yeah, it's funny. Like, we could, like, Dark Ritual Bowmasters again, Weather the Storm for a shit ton. Actually, maybe that's the best line, because we don't have a win in our hand. We have so much mana. Yeah, actually, I like that a lot. A plus.
I am not defenseless.
Alright, it's Dark Ritual here. So that's Dark Ritual. Opponent. May I go to my end step? Thank you. Dark Ritual. You're probably wondering what the hell I'm doing. Bowmasters again. King's you. And then we Weather the Storm for a lot. And then we just get to draw 10 cards again. Alright, my turn. Let's play our 2 creatures, play our land, and then draw a fresh 7. We're at 20? Oh, it's so much life. Let's draw 10, actually. Make a 1-1 here. Yeah, I think we're really good to win this game. We just have so much stuff in play. And we're going to draw 10 cards here. Alright, our opponent let the salt flow. They just roped us after that. That's great. Alright, let's put 10 cards into our hand. I'll hold full control just in case we hit a Bowmaster. Yeah, we do hit a Bowmaster. Okay. Let me flash that out now before I miss. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget. Alright, what do we want to keep? We don't need to keep... Oh, we got the Chthonian Nightmare. We got many Chthonian Nightmares, actually. Go ahead and keep 2 of them. Alright, so we do win if we get to untap. I feel like my opponent might or might not still be in the game with us. We'll see. Alright, our opponent might still be here. So let's go ahead and go to our turn. I don't think we need to Deadly Dispute here. We might as well, right? It's kind of free. I'd love to draw 2 cards. Hey, enter. Do this. Do this. This is infinite. And I also have all these other boys to play out. Alright, my opponent is no longer with us. Let the salt flow. Oh, that's a good one. Holy crap. That was a great video. Great recording session. That was 2 salty scoops today. This deck is crazy. Like, sure, it's disruptible, it's beatable, but man, you guys saw how many games we won just by the fair ping down, how many cards we've been drawing with this deck. This is crazy. Please, actually, let's go to the deck building so that we can actually see the deck. But please let me know if you have opinions on this, ideas for how to make it better. I think the guys in Discord right now are trying to work on like an Underworld Breach version of it. Is this going to be sideboarded? Oh, wow, the sideboard bug got fixed. Yeah, let me know if you have thoughts on this. This is absolutely dope. This is insane. This is like the coolest new deck that I've seen come up in a while. Yeah, well, please try it out yourself. Let me know what you think. Like I said so many times, Timeless is an unsolved format. There are not enough people playing this, and the card pool is just too big. This deck's nuts.